Well, hello. This is your girl T M C out here wanting to encourage those that needs encouraging today. I know every day is a different day for some, but hopefully, wherever you are, I hope you are doing the best you can and trying to stay safe and trying to stay out of trouble. But as for me, I have been I've been doing okay. Some days are better and some days aren't. But that's life. But my subject is, how would you feel if you tried to help somebody and they hurt you? Again, you are trying to help someone and they hurt you. Well, that happened to me. I was, all my life, I've always tried to be what they would call a little miss helpful. Try to help anybody I could. And that's just who I am. But sometimes you being helpful to the wrong people. And I found myself in a situation somewhat like that. Let me explain. Hey Gamma, I found myself in that situation. Let me explain why and what happened. I was a subscriber to a YouTube creator, and I got the chance for the first time to help him because he just started. And when he started, he needed some help. He had a few people that he moderated, had moderators, but every time I came over to his chat, to try to support him and listen to his chat, I saw a lot of trolls just in there interrupting his lives. And so it kind of bothered me. I'm like, where is his help at? He needs some help. And I mean, it went on for a little while. They would come in eventually, but for the most part, he couldn't hardly get his content out because of the fact that uh, he just having a hard time. So over a little period of time, I saw where I volunteered. Here I go. I volunteered. I asked him, you know, if I could be a help to him and moderate and try to control the chat so he could get his information out. Well, he said okay. He was glad to have me aboard. To control the chat. And I was glad. Now, again, never knowed anything about moderating. The only thing I know was, you can put people in timeout, and that's what I uh, did. I just put them in 10-minute timeout. Uh, it depends on how bad it was. And so I was happy and just trying to do that, trying to learn that on YouTube. And so it went on a little while. So next thing I know, I'm coming in. I'm like, it was like a job for me, a job that I enjoyed doing for this content creator. And I just jumped in the chat, and no sooner than I jump in the chat, he just went slap left on me and said, I've been waiting on you, TMC. I've been waiting on you. I don't know what you waiting on me for, bro. I just got here, so I'm like, what in the world is wrong? And just put me out. Took my rock, took my stick and everything. No explanation. So I'm looking like my mouth wide up. I'm like, what? What? And he went on with his content and deliberately said that I was an op. I was moderating for somebody named Broccoli Head. And I'm like, what? So by me being blocked out of the chat, he didn't give me no. I mean, we couldn't conversate, we couldn't talk, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't do anything because he jumped Judy. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're trying to have a conversation and a relationship with somebody that you care about, it's very important to listen. You know, we don't want to listen to nothing. Only thing we want to do is we want to get our point across, and we don't care who hear it and who don't. We don't care, and that's not right. Conversation goes two ways. Now, if somebody's lying on you, just deliberately lying on you, and what made so killing, this young man was had a few views, and I know a whole lot of them heard what he said, and he was wrong as two left shoes. First of all, Nard. Yeah, I'm gonna say your name, Nard. I'm not clout chasing you. I don't want anything from you. I just want you to know the truth. My part. People was hollering, she going around from chat to chat, and she this and she that. I wanted to be heard. I wanted to have a conversation with you and you alone, okay? To see if we could what? Work this thing out. If we could clear the air. So you'll know what time it was, but no, you just jumped Judy, went with your little act, and then I fell off of the chat. I'm looking at different ones that I've been riding with and associating with and talking to. TMC wrong. I'm like, what? That's all it takes is one person to knock you down, you know? Uh, and that wasn't no accident. That was deliberately. Now I don't know if you heard. I don't know how you got your information about what you said that you seen or you heard. Somebody came and told you a bald faced lie, and you ran with that noise. You ran with that. Do you know how that made me feel? As being a supporter, as being your moderator, as back, having your back. People like you, bruh, you can't back you up because you're a jump Judy type of individual. You don't want to talk. You just want to do things. And then when you, I had a hard time getting you to understand. So yes, I ran to my family. I ran over here to want somebody to open up the door to let you know, hey, look, I need to talk to you. I don't want to talk to nobody else, but I want to talk to you. So I was heard through another country, through another person. They got the information and let you know, hey, look, it's too many TMCs out here, and the TMC that you heard or you thought you saw in Broccoli Head's chat, that was not our TMC. Now you looking real stupid, okay? Because you accused me. All I've ever done was try to help you, Bernard. That's all I wanted to do, to try to help you. I'm gonna tell you something. Your content was all of that to me, but it meant something to me because I saw you struggling, and I just wanted to come in to do it whatever I could try to do to try to what? Help your content and help your platform grow. But you saw fit to kick somebody that was really behind you down for nothing. Okay, now you found out the truth that it wasn't none of me. You jumped up, Nord, and apologized and everything, and I come back over to your chat, and I'm still over there blocked because you didn't even know how to what? Unblock nobody. You didn't know how to do anything, so I stayed with you. I was still over there in your bushes, over there in your bushes, couldn't be seen. I don't care how hard I tried. I still laid there with you because you knew the truth now. All right. So I had to go through a whole scene to get back in your chat, change my name to something else, and get back in your chat. Well, that wouldn't happen to me, not one bit, because my milestone couldn't be read. No, none of that couldn't be. And I'm like, this don't make no sense. But anyway, so I'm thinking me and you good, Lord. I appreciated that I was heard, but I was heard, and you apologize. You apologize and everything. And I'm like, okay, cool. So next thing I know, I was uh going somewhere else. But see, the damage has already been done because I feel like what happened at this particular time says you put salt on my name and you did this, out of ignorancy. You did not do no fact check at all. You just ran with the narrative, and you had so many people falling in behind you and they believed the lie. So now I'm like a wildfire, if you will. Okay, I go over to uh, another a place where we all go and we all visit, and we all have fun, and I'm noticing that I want to support, and I want to show off my milestone in this chat. So I'm over there, all proud. I got a membership, and I want to style and profile, and I hit the thing that said no sin. I'm like, what? No sin? What in the world's going on now? So in my mind, I'm not thinking that I'm blocked, but that's what it was. Whenever you cannot send your milestone or anything, no super stick or anything like that, you are blocked on the content creators page. And so I'm like, wow. So again, no problem. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get, trying to get to the bottom of it, trying to straighten it out myself as being a subscriber and trying to fix this thing. So, of course, I don't know what happened, but I do believe that since you stained my name up, hi, man, manifest 6, hi, and so anyway, I was really just devastated because you just don't know how one person can, that you tried to help and you loved, you really cared about, how they can just really stain and hurt your reputation, and your name is precious. Okay? You are your name. And so by him pouring that little salt, it leaked real rapid like fire. And I went somewhere else and I'm like, what in the world's going on? Again, grown woman trying to help, want to find out what's going on with me. And so when I got down to the bottom of it, I said, a lot of people have moderators, and if you got a moderator, you ought to have a relationship. Try to get a relationship with that moderator. Moderators, they go through a lot of things, They go through a lot of things as well as the content creator. And my thing is, as being a moderator for the first time, over there, the content creator has a lot of enemies. Now, I don't want to be the type of moderator to, that's your enemy. It's not none of mine. But I'm not going to sit up there and let somebody come in your chat and disrespect you or do anything to try to, create just hell and confusion. That's what a moderator do. But again, I'm not going to sit there and be mad at whoever it is. If I see you in somebody else's chat, and because I know you in this country, you and this content creator is into it, I'm not gonna jump in y'all stuff. That's between you and him. I can't be mad at Priscilla because Priscilla is mad at no. Priscilla ain't done nothing to me. So why do a lot of these subs take it upon themselves to want to jump in a situation that has absolutely nothing to do with them? Did you hear me? Nothing to do with them at all. Now, a lot of people like drama, and I see where Noah comes in at. When he first came in here, he came in here trying to take up for somebody. No, don't nobody need you out here trying to take up for them. That's what you call clout chasing. You see things and you can speak on it, yes. But guess what, boy? Don't nobody need you out here trying to take up for them. And you got yourself in a situation, that's what you're doing. You jumping out here, running out here. Whatever somebody say, you repeat it. You don't know if it's a lie or the truth or nothing. And you call it commentary. Really? Really? No, that's not commentary. You need to speak on what you know. They said this, they said that. I don't get it. But again, Lord, this started all because of you. And I tried to help you. And because I tried to help you, you lit that match and told everybody on YouTube that TMC was it all. Only thing TMC was trying to do was talk to you on a personal level as a grown man. But you can't talk to somebody you think that's grown because they don't understand. They don't understand the logic of being a mature adult. They want to get mad and cuss you all out and act a fool and break all of the rules. And that's not right. That's not right at all. And I'm going to tell you something, baby. It's reaping season. You done grow your little channel, and I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you about growing your little channel, but you're growing your little channel the wrong way. You running out here every single day trying to talk about. You know what you're talking about. And it's just ridiculous up to this point. Because see, we all said we loved one another. Okay? And the only reason why you got this whole backward and forward thing going on with Miss Carver is because you jumped your butt in a situation that had nothing to do with you at all. I said again, you jumped yourself in a situation that had nothing to do with you. Mm-mm. And you've been going ever since. Now, we understand the train has wrecked. Yeah, the train has wrecked. They came over there and they tried to fix my seat on the train. But my seat on the train is beyond repair now. It's no seat, okay? It's no seat for TMC on the train. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the match been lit, and once you found out that a few days after all that happened, Rita came in and went crazy. I don't know, just went AWOL. I don't know. Oh Lord, what happened to my live? See, that's why I had a phone call, y'all. Excuse me. I got to get me a laptop so I can't have no interruptions on my phone. But anyway, yeah. So that fire got lit by you, Leonard, and it went on, and like I said, I tried to evaluate. I wanted to talk to Rita, before she got mad and cussed me all out for having a disagreement with her. She totally flipped on me, and I couldn't understand that. And I'm like, and it really pissed me off when she went live in front of everybody and just went off on me, how faithful I've been. I did not deserve none of that mess that she put out. But these are young people, And like I told her, baby, you are old enough to be my daughter. My children don't even talk to me. Baby, back in my day, growing up, I would have spanked your little butt and I would have took you to your mama and told your mama what you said and how you said. I believe in my heart. Your mama raised you better than that. But you get out of here on this internet and act a fool and break all of the rules, and it's not cool, Sharita. It's not cool at all. But anyway, I'm gonna save that conversation for another thing. But I just had to come out here to let uh you guys know that it's really heartbreaking when somebody that you care about they showing you all respect, and then all of a sudden, for no reason at all, you get the bad end of the stick. They say, well, you trying to play victim now, TMC. No, I'm not a victim. I'm just telling you what happened to me out here on the YouTube streets. And I'm telling you this because I did not have a voice. I got cut off. And I felt like I needed to be heard. I felt like we can do better as people. We ain't got to get out here and cuss one another out. We ain't got to get out here and throw one another under the bus about nothing. We ain't got to do that. But we choose to do that. And my thing is, I want to encourage anybody that's out here listening to me. Let's do better. Let's try to have a conversation. Let's stop getting out here cussing each other out like we ain't got no sense. This don't do nothing but hurt us as a people. You know, violence this world is getting worse and worse every day. People getting pissed off about anything. They snap it about anything. You can't hardly talk to nobody nowadays without somebody snapping. And that's sad. But just want to encourage you and lift somebody's head up to let you know, hey, look, even though you've been lied on, God knows the truth. And the truth gonna set you free. And I'm gonna tell you something else. No, you running around here telling all these big lies. It's gonna hurt you in the end, son. It's gonna hurt us all. It's gonna hurt us all in a bad way. So if I was you, I'd get on the bandwagon and I would do better. You might not never come out here and say, TMC, I apologize for how I made you feel. TMC, you're right, I was wrong. You might not never, ever, ever say that. You might not say that. But guess what? You're going to give account of it, bro. Every evil thing that you said about anybody, if you don't know it to be a fact, hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. Just be quiet and listen, you know? And don't be so quick to jump in on everything you hear. These people out here, honey, they so dramatized to the first thing you say, they run with it, and they run with it fast. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? And they run with it. And that's where we at now. People just running. They don't have no commentary. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know how to encourage one another. Only thing they know how to do is drag somebody down. It's so many of us out here need uplifting. While we out here on this app, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know. And it could be something that you could have said to have made somebody's day brighter. It could be something that you could do or show somebody that, hey, look, it's going to be all right. You ain't got to get on here and bring drama and talk about folks every single day in a negative light. Did you hear me? No, you don't have to do that for commentary. Did you hear me, train riders? Stop jumping on the bandwagon when ain't nobody done nothing to you. You sit back and we watch a lot of things, and a lot of people don't say anything because of whatever reason they might have. The reason why they don't say nothing, they say, well, I'm not getting involved. Well, you involved because you listening. You might not have nothing to say, and that's not a bad thing, because a lot of times I don't have anything to say, but one thing I do, I hear. And when I hear it, I pray. I have to pray and ask God to help me in my thoughts, because baby, look here. Trouble is easy to get into, but it's really hard to get out of. And we have to learn how to operate out here, because everybody ain't on that type of time that you're on. Somebody is going to meet you. When you be disrespectful, somebody's going to meet you right there where you at. They're going to disrespect you back. And there it is. And a lot of this stuff that I've been seeing here recently, people popping off and going back and losing their lives behind, it don't make a lick of sense. Just the other day, I heard somebody got hurt and unalive because they was out, a family was out, and this man bumped into his family. I don't know how it went exactly, but the man said, excuse me. Politely, he said, excuse me, supposed to be, but it's the way he said, excuse me. And it ran into an argument, and this young man lost his life. Hi, Lillian. This young man lost his life in front of his family. How terrible. Hi, Lillian. And so we have to be really careful out here, and just think his children saw that. Only thing is, baby, they said excuse me, and next thing you know, you're gone. And it don't make no lot of sense. But this is where we at now. You can't say hi to people. You can't say excuse me. You know, people running around here with attitude. People running around here not mentally well. People running around here, like I say, you never know what nobody's going through while you on this app talking all this jibber jabber. You never ever know. So it behooves me to be careful in what I say and how I say it. And some people just read you wrong anyhow. You know, you can say it just as nice as you want to. Hi, Liliana. And just be respectful and carry yourself in a way to, hey, look, how would I feel? Think before you act. How would I feel if somebody said that to me? How would I feel? And I'm going to tell you something. Conversation is key. Yes, Gamma, it is sad. Yes, it is sad. But that's where we at now. And I'm like, Lord, just guide my words, you know. Help me to encourage somebody. This is what we need. We need encouraging. We need to soften our words. We need to go in a direction that's gonna help us grow as a people. You know? Help us grow and help us just be there as much as you can for people if they let you. Adios, Lillian. Yeah, so it's really a hurtful thing, but again, I'm just out here to bring awareness to I'm gonna say he's my brother. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's my young brother because he's young. And if I'm gonna be out here, I wanna try my best to lead. I don't want to get on the you cuss me out and I cuss you out train. I can't get on that train. Don't get me wrong, cause ain't nothing cowardly or scary about TMC. It just depends on how you come at me. Okay? If I disapprove of how you're coming, then hey, look, I will deal with you accordingly. I will deal with you. It's my choice to deal or not to deal. So I chose to deal with this here thing that's kind of been going on for a little while. And I have help. And I want to say a special shout out to you, Gamma. Baby, I appreciate you because you was the one who let me know, hey, you have a channel. I did not have a channel. Well, I had one, but didn't know until you told me. And so I began to work on this little channel so that I could be heard because I was told I was running from chat to chat and and I'm trying to look for somewhere to belong. That wasn't true at all. What I was doing was running from chat to be heard. And I thought this was my family. As a matter of fact, my internet family, somebody that could help me. And I had a few people that really showed me that they are genuine. And Gamma, you are one of them. I appreciate you and I love you, honey. I love your channel. I thank God for Shonda Thoughts. Just a quick shout out. I almost gave up when I went and I was hurt, devastated by a lot of things. And she told me, she said, no, no, don't give up. TMC, keep on going, keep on coming, just keep on. And we need that. We need some folks, somebody out here to push us to continue to be great, no matter how people look at you. They look at you. Some some folks look at you. They count you out. But I'm gonna tell you something. I had to learn that too. I always thought that the bigger and the high quality things, I always thought that that was it. I got me a big nice car, and I'm trying to compare my big nice car to your little, your little, in my mind, little car. Let me tell you something. Your little car doing just like my car. It's getting me around. So who am I to try to brag on? Who am I gonna try to put your car down and my car up? We need to stop. We really do need to stop. We doing too much out here. We comparing our clothes. You know, you might be able to go get you a $4,000, $5,000 outfit. Well, I'm over here in the Goodwills, and I got me a little outfit on. I'm trying to compare. Come on now. Come on now. We need to really do better, and we can do better as people. If you can't help the situation, don't hurt it with your potty mouth. Don't hurt it. Let's build one another up. If you could, if you can see something, and some people don't really understand what you're trying to do. It's not that you're trying to knock them down. I have had one incident where I had a few things I wanted to get rid of. I couldn't use them anymore. And they were nice to me, you know. And so I decided I was going to, give them to somebody that I thought could use them. And I took them over there, and the first thing they did, again, here go Miss Little Helper. I'm trying to help you. And they had the nerve enough to tell me that in other words, they didn't they didn't want it. They didn't want it because uh it was beneath them. And I'm like, what? Well, okay, I appreciate you letting me know that you didn't want it or anything like that. But my point of the idea is now the same people that I call myself being thoughtful of, they went to uh, like a garage and somebody was selling some garage. They had a bunch of garage stuff, and so it was all out there. And honey, they poured into them, and they stuff looked worse than what I had gave them. I looked, I'm like, oh my goodness. But you can't get mad if somebody don't want to accept your gifts or whatever that you know you can't do that. You just got to write things like that off. And I had to learn that. I had to learn how to not be all into what I see people do and how I see people act. Just sit back and observe. You'll learn a whole lot if you sit back and observe. Watch. You ain't just got to jump, Judy. You be wrong when you jump too fast like that. Anyhow, I had to learn that. I had to quit jumping out there, just this is it and this and that. No, Terry, you wrong. Now, I know a lot of people don't like telling themselves they're wrong, but yes, you need to get to the point where you can look and see, is this right? Am I making the right decision? Did I do this? You need to really check yourself. And when you learn to check yourself, you're beginning to grow. You're beginning to understand that, hey, I'm maturing. I can say that through experience. And a lot of times people don't want to talk, but conversation is key. Key to getting anything if you just listen. If you listen to me and I take out the time to listen to you, we can work this thing out together without hurting each other, without name calling, without going left. Because when I first got it started, baby, look here, back in the day when I was young, you better not bust out and I know you lied on me. It wouldn't be no conversation. God knows it wouldn't be no conversation. I'm coming, look, ignorant, pull up, fight, whatever. Might have got whooped, might whatever happened. You lied on me, and I'm going to do something about it. That's how it was. And that was ignorant, People are going to give their opinion about you regardless. But I just want him to know, hey, look, you apologize, Nord, and then you pull right back in and jump back on the bandwagon, and you had nerve enough to say, I said you were the ops, and you surely was right, Nord, because at this time, I was over in somebody else's chat, and I was going in because Rita pissed me off. I had something to say to Rita. And I told everybody on the train, including you, that what me and Rita got going on, it had nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with nobody else. I wanted to stand in the paint for myself and try to have a conversation with her as a people. But she chose left field, so I went left field. And anybody that was over there talking about her, yes, no, I was over there in the chat and I was going in. And you gonna get mad at that? You gonna get mad because I'm going in and I'm popping my, baby, what? Rita don't need you out here swinging for her. She don't need you over there for that. You not no Superman. You need to get some more commentary. And whoever's hating on Rita, she don't need you trying to attack. You gonna find out the hard way, buddy. Just like I found out. You feel like, hey, look, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this for Rita. I got to do that. Because of the little support, you done came up all of a sudden. I saw you. But before I left, you weren't there. After you lied on me, you pulled up and you went. And again, this is not for no clock chasing. I'm just telling you what I saw. And I hope you do better. I hope you do better. All this turtle head, potato chip head, and going in, just going in. Going in on anybody. Ain't nobody got to bother you. No, you're going about this thing the wrong way. You pulling up and ain't nobody did nothing to you. You got something to say. You got something to say about Coco. Coco ain't said nothing to you. Coco ain't did nothing to you. You got something to say about anybody. I heard you over there talking about what? And I got something to say. What he do that at? I see you have a lot of growing up to do, young man. You have a lot of growing up. And you need to be steered in the right direction. Because that's the type of help you need. But TMC is not there to help you anymore. Some people you can't help. You can't help. But I will say this here. I'll continue to pray for you. I will do that. You're not an enemy of mine. You just a disappointment. And do I hate having the opportunity to come over there to try to help you? No, I don't hate that. Everything happened for a reason. And I just hate that I got hurt trying to help you. And it's heartfelt. I'm about to choke up about it right now. Because my heart was led in the right place. And I would have never thought that would have happened, but it did. But everything happened for a reason. And I'm just glad I got a chance to get out here on my own platform and have this live to encourage somebody that the pain will end. It will end. But a lot of times, honey, this is life. And you can you can live through it all. But be careful how you go out here and paint pictures of folks and make people, just jump on the bandwagon, because I said, I said you was a liar. I said you was this. I said you was that. I need to be real mindful of what type of label I'm trying to put on people. Hey, Seredness, I really need to be careful what type of label that I'm trying to put out here on people. Because believe it or not, we are important. We are very important to each other. And why tear down each other every chance you get? Let's talk about that. What is it about tearing down somebody every chance you get? Your mouth is on tearing down. Don't know how to build. Well, you know how, but you refuse to do that. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something that I've learned. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. And you feel like, hey, look, I'm going to do this here. I peeped game long time ago. See? And when I peeped game when they first came on. I started paying attention about a content creator. And I came here checking it out, and it was all about Therese. And next thing I know, Roz got on the bandwagon, and she felt like she could make some money, and did make money. Ain't no doubt about it. She made a lot of money 4-5 years talking about Therese. And she couldn't let go. Every single day, she watched this girl. She called herself helping her. She wasn't helping that girl. How can you help somebody turn them down? And she did this every single day. And I was over there listening to it, me myself. And I'm like, so I go over here and see what she, you know how you do. You just backward and forward. She said a little something. She said a little something. She said a little something. And that's how I was going kind of back and forth with this thing. But then I saw it. I saw the light. This is what they do. This is what YouTube is all about. Going around, jumping on somebody instead of helping them. Now, a lot of things I saw, I disapproved of. But again, I'm a praying woman. I don't get out here and talk about everything. I really don't. I do more prayer than I do about talking because I see prayer changes things. My thoughts and my opinions, it matters, but it doesn't matter if it's in a negative light. It does not matter. If my opinion and my thoughts are in a negative light, it does not matter. But my prayers, when I'm talking honestly to God about a situation that I see or that I heard about, it gets better. It gets brighter. And I'm a witness to that. So, like I said, I saw how this woman jumped on this girl for 4 years and carried on. So I guess Nord, you know, because he's trying to find anybody that he can fight with, you know what I mean? And YouTube should not be about fighting, you know? Every time you come out here, you got your little old mouthpiece on and you just going in. Just going in. And of course, I be trying to get away from it. So I chill out somewhere. I find me something else to do. But it seems like just about every content creator, not all of them, I want to guide people to be helped, not to be condemned, not to be talked about, not to some things you need to be aware of what's going on, you know. But I really try to direct people to the best of my ability to something that's going to help them. And the majority of the time, what they do, they say, "Oh, no, they boring." Trying to help you in a positive light is boring? Are you kidding? So I guess the nastier it is, the slanders it is, the what they call it, all the scam. If there's a lot of scam going on, that's what people are into. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, I'm had to get me a laptop, y'all. My phone will not let me be great. It won't let me be great, but again, it's okay. And I enjoyed this live. I hope it went through because I've been trying to go live, and I see where I got a little respondents in, and so I know that I know that it's going in, but I just hope that this live encourages somebody, uplifts somebody, you know, so that we can all be great together without the tearing down and without the harassing one another each and every day, you know. And just get in where you fit in and understand this. We all are somebody. We all need one another. And if I can help anybody any way I can, that's what I'm here for. And if I see something I feel like it needs addressing, I'm going to pray about it first. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to speak on it. And hopefully I'll be heard and we can discuss it and we can rationalize this thing and get our thoughts together and grow together in love and build one another up. I mean, that's what I got. So, anybody that's out there trying to grow a channel like me, as a matter of fact, this is my first live, and I appreciate everybody that was under the sound of my voice. I encourage you to understand that life is going to always be lifing. But if you stand your own up and you speak your peace, don't let nobody overtake you. Don't let nobody run over you if you can. Don't let nobody run out here and just just do you any kind of way without you saying something. And a lot of times I don't say nothing. I just pray and I let God fix it. So I know God's gonna fix this thing right here. Because I know a lot of people heard exactly what went on. They play a deaf ear. They do. They and they know that, hey, look, you are innocent. You ain't do nothing to deserve that. You ain't do nothing to him to come out here and just do you like that. You didn't do nothing to him. But now it's stuck. It's up and stuck. He done got on here several times and just done cussed me out and this and that and said all kinds of ugly things about me. And I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at him. And sometimes I get so pissed off, I be down in the chat and I be tearing his ass up. I be talking about him all in the chat. Because he done made me mad. And you know what's so killing about it? After I done got all mad and done cussed them all out, I got to go to sleep at night. Now I find myself repenting. I got to tell God to forgive me because I'm in my flesh now, you know? And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of letting little things like that get next to me in some type of way. I'm a very peaceful person. I try to be peaceful with all folks. But sometimes, Lord have mercy, sometimes people will push you beyond your limits. And when I explode, it be like, ooh wee. Ooh wee. I didn't know that you be surprised. But nonetheless, I'm responsible for me. I'm gonna be held accountable for all of my actions, all of my deeds, everything I got going on. I am totally responsible. And if I said anything to anybody in the wrong way, accept my apology. Because sometimes we can hear one another wrong. I can be in the wrong mind frame and just didn't hear you clearly. But that don't make it right. So this live is going to enlighten a lot of people and it might hurt a lot of people. But that's my truth. And I'm not running from post to post. I'm not running from platform to platform. I appreciate you, Fee, for giving me a voice on your platform to speak my truth in the time that I was in a lot of pain. Fee's reaction, I appreciate you. I hate that they came over to your platform and they wanted to start with you because you helped me get out what I needed to get out. They verbally came over and attacked you. And that's a crying shame. It wasn't no need for that. But they did. But you handled it well. And God bless you, Fee. I miss you. I hope everything's all right with you. And I'm glad to find a few people that's really real out here. And it's true. And it's genuine. And when you find people like that, hold them close to your heart. Don't let those type of people go. Those are your true, loyal, caring people. Those are the type of people you need on your team. You don't need nobody fake on your team. It hurt me. It hurt me to for a person to lead me on. And I don't want to lead nobody on. I want people to understand, hey, look, You're going to reap what you sow. We all are. We are going to reap what we sow. And to be out here and to be a supporter of different content creators, it is a blessing. I learned so much from being in different places. But here lately, I've been going in, different chats, and I can't hardly go in the chat because of the wreck and the foolishness that people got going on. I'm going over there in a whole nother content creator that we in, and I'm saying hello, and next thing I know, I'm being attacked in the chat by a subscriber. They got a lot to say to TMC. They trying to bring all of the noise to somebody's chat. That's not what I'm over there in the chat for. I'm not coming in nobody else's chat to fuss with you about what me and Nord and nobody else got going on. Where they do that at? Every time I drop in and they there, they got their mouth on TMC trying to say something. And I done cussed them out a couple of times. I'm like, really? Really? That's not what I'm for. I'm not built on that. But if you got something to say to me, whether it be negative or whatever, we can talk. We can talk. We can definitely talk. But it won't be no whole bunch of stuff that you got going on because, see, you don't know me and I don't know you. I would like to get to know you, and I would hope that you would like to get to know me. This is what it's all about. We ain't got to agree. We can learn to disagree. We can do that as a people. I know we can. It's just like you going on your job every day. You going on your job to make your money so you can support yourself just like I am. I'm not trying to take your job. I'm not trying to boot you out the way. Whatever you do on this job, it's going to be because of what you did. You can't sit up there and say, TMC set me up and TMC got me fired. No. TMC going to stay in her lane. You do your job and I do my job. I get my paycheck, you get your paycheck. We go home. And that's it and that's all. So, anyway, I said all that to say this here. Be mindful. Be encouraged. Even if they lie on you. Stay prayed up. Hopefully you can get it out. And I'm so glad that I'm a thinker. I'm so glad I have my own thoughts in my own brain. And I can go where I want to go. We got them now. Everything you say, only thing they want to do is they want to screenshot and they want to pick you out. Can you imagine you a sub and somebody's picking you up out of the chat to get on their platform and talk bad and crazy to you? Ain't that ridiculous? Ain't that ridiculous? You don't like what nobody said, so you gonna pick out a subscriber. The reason why you do it because you ain't got no content. You don't have no content at all. What's my what? Yeah, you don't have no content at all.